The runway construction at Newark Airport that's been partly to blame for the compounding issues there this past month will reopen Monday. That's nearly 2 weeks ahead of schedule. That is according to the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Also, a new fiber optic cable is now in place between Philadelphia and New York to improve air traffic control telecommunications. For more on air safety, let's bring in aviation analyst Ken Christensen. Ken, thanks for joining us this afternoon. These developments at Newark, big step forward or still lots of challenges ahead?
Well, it's an initial step, and it's a step that hasn't been accomplished in the past, so we're heading in the right direction, the right vector.
How close are other airports to experiencing the same type of problem? I mean, is this just a Newark problem, or is this a system-wide issue?
Yeah, unfortunately, this is a system-wide issue. It is systemic, and it's because a lot more people are in the country now, a lot more people are flying, and capacity is pushed. And when you get that close to that, to add that they were down probably 1,300 controllers, it's a problem, and it needs to be addressed. But this has been like this approaching 25 years now, and it's just been passed on to administration. And I believe the stars are aligned. This administration takes it seriously, and if any administration can get it done, this one will.
If you were to put a year on when our air traffic control system was state-of-the-art, what year would you give it?
I'd have to go back to the 70s and 80s, late 70s, early 80s.
Why do you think it has been? I mean, I know there's government underfunding in lots of different issues, and we have old equipment all across the federal government, but this is safety, this is flying. How has Congress and administrations year after year failed to fund these upgrades?
Because it's not sexy. They really don't get any notoriety for fixing something like this that's safe. We hear about the accidents. We don't hear about all the safe days that the system is working well. But as something gets older, legacy, we've all had laptops that can't scale anymore. We've had cell phones that work, but they can't scale anymore. This is where we are. Except it's not just a software upgrade. So think about a rotary dial phone as opposed to a mobile phone that we have now. You can update a mobile phone with a new OS system, but you can't update a rotary dial phone. You actually have to swap out the hardware to make it digital hardware, and that's where we are in the air traffic control system. Some of the legacy systems are that old, and so it's not just the fiber optic cables, but it's the infrastructure that has to be scaled.
Yeah, Secretary Duffy says the $12.5 billion that's included in legislation right now isn't nearly enough. How much money and time do you think it's going to take to get to a point where we're back up to a standard that's acceptable?
I think we need to look at some of the other countries. New Zealand has a very robust system, and so does NAV Canada, our neighbors to the north. And those are contractor-run organizations. Now, we can still have federal controllers, but just upgrade the system. Now, saying that, they deal with much less traffic than we do. I mean, we're a heavily trafficked country, and we are in the midst of having to change the wheels on a moving train. So that needs to be project managed correctly. As far as money goes, I can't put a number on that. That's out of my pay grade. Time-wise, it's not going to be a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year fix. This is probably going to be a 5 to 7 year fix. If they throw the people on it that need to be done, that need to be there to fix this problem, they can do it. I would treat this more like a Manhattan project than just a normal maintenance. They have to get on it to fix it.
All right, Ken Christensen, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.